Hi, it's me, Stitches. Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to my channel, where today we are starting the 13 days of Genderween. And that means I get to pull the first name. So, remember, there were Instagram names put in here and also ones I've chosen. So let's see who the first name is. And the first name is Dolores Umbridge. That means I need to start doing research on the 2 Harry Potter films that she is in, and also figuring out what style of clothing she has, and turning that gender bend, because again, this is 13 weeks of Genderween, and Dolores Umbridge is kind of stuck in the 1950s from her outfits. So that means I need to look for suits that are light enough that I can either dye and or alter to be able to make into her style. I'm gonna have my work planned out for me. So again, day 1 is pulling the name and doing the research. So let's go! Dolores Umbridge is right there, so let's make this bigger. Okay, Dolores Umbridge. Dolores Jane Umbridge. Born August 1961 in Images. Dolores Umbridge. Very Chanel. Very pink. Very frilly. But super evil. So, I guess the first things first, we gotta go through my closet and see what I have that would work for Dolores. And I'm gonna have a feeling that most of this is going to have to be a buy. So, again, I don't want to spend too much on this project because, again, I am on a budget. And Dolores Umbridge looks like she's wearing primarily Coco Chanel style suits. And that's going to be a little tricky to do. I guess I could do something like this with a pink style shirt or sweater and maybe a dress shirt underneath it and some trousers dyed pink. So that could be an option. I do have some brooches that I can use. I also have the locket from the Slytherins. But finding a hat. Okay, so let's look up her style. What is her style? Let's go to all. Okay. Either a dress or 2-piece suit. Okay. To me, she looks more 1950s in style. And maybe 60s. But Coco Chanel, I would say. Okay, so the pink suit looks very similar to Coco Chanel that Dolores Umbridge would have worn. So, it's for men's style Coco Chanel style suits for men. So we can get, okay, so something similar to a pink tweed, which that's going to be hard to find in a thrift shop, but I'll keep an eye out for it. Or pink style. That. I think my best bet for this is going to be the sweater look for her. Probably be my best bet for a style finding at a thrift shop for Dolores Umbridge. I do have a style brooch very similar to that. I can find maybe a dress shirt. And so, okay, let's show you my idea that I have. Okay, so I like to do these types of drawings. This was my Mary Poppins style gender bend that I have already done and shown you. And let's go ahead and start coming up with some ideas. So, the name that we are doing this week, if I can find a highlighter, is Dolores Umbridge. Okay. Dolores Umbridge. So, I have my little templates that I like to use. So, we'll go ahead and slide that underneath. Through. Okay. So we want to do a tie. Surrounded by we go with fuchsia style pink tie and maybe a mauve trouser. Oh, that's brown. And what about a pink style darker shoe? And obviously there cannot be any white, so what if I pink shirt? So he's going to need some kind of brooch thing. And then maybe the chain for Salazar Slytherin's locket. So, and then some form of hat. So maybe a fedora style hat. I still have some dies. This one's half empty. I just bought these two for another project that I may be doing my pants and my husband's pants at the same time. So I can find 2 pairs of khaki pants and then dye them this color. And if I found a straw hat, hold on a second. Hold on. So let's go ahead and go into my closet and see what we have first before we end up going to the thrift shop. So let's see what I can destroy and or mend or fix to see what we can do. Do forgive the mess. It is kind of a mess. But my husband's Bert costume that is for Otakon 2023. And this is his Bert to go with my Mary Poppins that you saw in this video right here. You can go ahead and look back at the whole series. It is a 4-part series of the costume itself. So that'll give you a hint of what we're gonna look like. So, but we are looking for pink. So, where are my ties? Okay, so as for ties, I do have 2 pink ties. I think there's only 2. that's kind of more vintage. These ones, I also have pink bow tie, which I have a bunch of things all over the place that I need to actually be putting away. So, okay, so I don't know, those look like they're the same fabric. So, I do have some pink ties. I don't know which one I'm going to go with yet, but I'll set those off to the side so that I can at least not have to buy a pink tie. Pink, 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 pink. So considering my wardrobe consists primarily of black and darker colors and a couple of white shirts, I do not own any pink shirts. Well, dress shirts for this whole thing. So the articles of clothing that I will be looking for when I go to the thrift shop is a pink sweater, pink shirt, khaki trousers that we're gonna go ahead and dye, and then I don't know if I do have pink Converse, so then I wouldn't have to dye shoes pink. I could just use these. I think I'm gonna use these. It'll save me some money. So, pink shoes, pink ties. The articles I need to get is a pink sweater, a pink button-up shirt, and a pink, well, I'll dye the pants pink. And I wonder, I do have these two style hats. I wonder if I can actually dye this. And if I can, how good is it? I mean, you can see how sun-faded it is. But I don't know. Is she more of a like this Mary Poppins style hat, or more of a fedora style hat? I'll keep an eye out when I go to the thrift store on different types of hats, because I really don't want to have like a little pillbox hat for a female. So yeah. Next step is doing a little bit more of a dive on the research to get more of character traits, and that involves watching the movies. So I'll go ahead and do that, and the next time I see you will be when we go to the thrift shop. I don't know.
Oh, I did buy a balloon.
Okay. So we're back from the thrift store, and I found a sweater. Hopefully I can dye it. I found a woman's blazer that is pink and has pearls on it, but it's a little too modern for her. That's for another cosplay. I also found a orange style t-shirt style like cardigan that I'm going to try to dye as well. And I found these for me. Yeah, okay. Found a pair of khakis that I'm going to dye, so hopefully they come out more of a darker pink. I found a button-up shirt that should fit this whole thing, and that'll be for her. So the articles I'm going to dye, I am going to try my best to get these two to go pink, even though this one is made out of viscose, which apparently is a man-made natural material, kind of like rayon, and this one is made out of acrylic. These are 100% cotton, but everything has to be washed first, and then I'll go ahead and pop all the tags, show them to you at the very end on how much this entire spiel actually cost. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash all this stuff and we'll go to the next step. So at this point, it's primarily me dyeing the fabric from RIT. Go ahead and follow the manufacturer's instructions on the back of the bottle. You do need to put soap and a little bit of salt in for the synthetic dyes. Me personally, I do find that the synthetic dyes do bind to cotton a lot better and give more of a vibrant overall color. After I rinsed everything out, I did put it back into the wash machine to do a final rinse and get rid of everything. And I just threw in the rest of the dye to basically add to the overall color. Make sure you clean everything down so that, you have a clean surface for the next wash. And since I ruined these rags, I just threw them in with the wash. Now I have some bright pink rags for cleaning the house to add up and spice up my cleaning routine. So after the machine does its thing and does a full thing, I guess it's time for the reveal. And here we go.
You applied first for the Defense Against the Dark Arts post, is that correct?
Yes.
But you were unsuccessful?
Obviously.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that video, and this is the recap. The costume I got primarily from the thrift shop. The brooch and the ascot I already had. The mask I did make for this show, and this is from a scrap bin of 2 flowers glued together. The shirt was $4.99. The jacket itself was $6.99, and the trousers were, I believe, $5.99. So, and I did dye these. I'll go ahead and place the receipt of how much everything costs so you can see the final. Also, I am posting some of the pictures that I did take for the final shots at the very end. So, if this is type of content that you are interested in and enjoy, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And join me again for next week when we draw the next secret cosplay for the 13 days of Genderween. So hopefully we see you soon. Tschüssi!